Hello and welcome to Farming Simulator 2017 with me, Kevin Sawyer. Hope you guys are well and enjoying your day, whatever you're up to. So we're back on the good old Norfolkshire or classic farming map here, and as you can see I've got a mission to make, because the initial first video I made of this, the sound wasn't on, so because of that I saved before I came out, and this is as far as I got in that recording. But I've more or less finished off the harvest of the canola here, or OSR some people call it. So the workers are all good and away. I'm just literally sorting out the fields and everything else. But what I might do is set up Courseplay to drive this course. I've been doing it off screen myself, but I think I've done a fair few runs of that already. We've got quite a lot of canola in the bank. I'll show you guys. Well, I say canola in the bank, but canola in the stores, as you can see. So I'm going to sell some of that off. Deeport 1,405. And that's still £1,408. Is on a downward spiral. That's a bit more. That's for. But things I didn't cover. What things are? Other things I covered with you guys. It's in the machine shop. In the last, was it live stream I did of this? I think it was Tom that said about the Massey Ferguson tractors. So I put them in. They should be just here. I've had a go of some of these on my mod testing farm. They're quite good. It's just finding the right equipment to go with them. That's the problem. As you can see, I've got a few other little tractors here, there and everywhere. What I've got to find is some other combines to sort of like suit in. All I've got at the moment is I'm going to get and replace the Dom for that class 88, purely because I remember that being alright in the last, in 15. Not so sure about 17, but we can only try it. But anyway, I want to see what money we can raise. Initially, I've got two plans in mind, depending on how much money we raise today. I want to sell off at least, I'd say, 4 loads of this. I might round it up to 6 loads. I'll drive this down to the start point. Let's get rid of that little dial-up box. You guys don't need to see that. No. But recently I've noticed, I know you guys don't like certain genre of games that I'm doing at the moment. I haven't been playing as much as this I admit. Again, it was just being in the right mindset to play the game. I just wanted to try a bit of diversity, do a bit of something new, a bit different. I've been playing sort of other games as well. Right, where do we need to line up? Alright, sell grain to Deeport, sell grain to, and it's that type, yeah. Yeah, it's got to be that type. It's not that one. Right. If you notice me peering over a lot like that, it's because I've got a new monitor stand and it doesn't quite stand as high as I'd like it to. I've had to improvise with it because it doesn't stand as high as I'd like it to, and because of the way, because it's one of those pivoting arm types, it sits a lot further forward, which is nice for me. In fact, what I can do to rectify that, if I move that out the way, then I don't have to do that anymore. That's better. I don't like having to do that every single time because it kind of moves the cables about, and I don't want to get it to on my sim dash, that is. But anyway, but because the sim dash because the screen sits slightly closer when my sim dash is now, rather than being further back like it used to be, and used to be quite easy to just peer over or just look at afar from distance, because it sits a lot closer now. It's kind of the sim dash is getting in the way. I could move the sim dash, but it means unplugging a lot of wires and everything, and I don't want to keep on having to do that every single time. I could reposition the gauge, I guess. I could, but again, it's a case of still in the planning aspect. But anyway, I'll start this guy off. I'm gonna go 6 runs. Go for the canola. Drive course. Hopefully, it doesn't go mad and start driving like a loon. Cool. But I've noticed, again, like I say, I haven't been playing a lot of this, and I've been playing other games. But I've noticed that the views have started to drop down on anything I upload now. And I know you guys are probably enjoying your summer holidays or whatever, or busy at work or whatever. So, you know, I'm not going to hold a gun to your head to watch everything, but on the same given now, because of the views are dropping, what you might find me doing now, again, it might upset a few people, and I'm sorry, I'd apologise in advance if it does. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sort of like putting more ad blocks in, just to sort of justify the lack of views coming in. And again, guys, if there's something which you guys want to see more of, let me know. Please let me know, and I'll do my best to try and implement it into any of my gameplays, whether it's on this or American Truck Simulator or Long Dark is going to be a bit problematic because that's the storyline. It's kind of, though it is open play, it's a case of you have to sort of like still survive, so a lot of that's survival based. What I'm going to do is set this guy up down towards the bottom. I need to fertilise that field first. That one's probably more or less done over there, so what I'll do, if I just pull in down on this embankment down here, it was originally a river, just leave it here for the time being, turn its beacons on. Oh, not hazardous beacons to do. What else we need? Yeah, this dom's done, so the dom is done. But because of the lack of views, it's a case of, trying to sort of like maximise on ad revenue, and I know it seems like a sellout sort of thing to do, and it's something I didn't really want to do, but if I'm only going to get like 5 or 6 to 7 or 8 uploads per time, I know my videos ain't the greatest, they can be laggy, and the sound quality again is not great. And again, I apologise in advance for that, but it's a case of trying to put things together and invest in computer upgrade and sort of like pay everyday bills and everything else, and it's just not cheap. And I am trying to sort of like get things done, but I say life can get in the way, and you know, bills can get in the way. But it's the same with the streams at the moment. It's the case of like with the streams, I'm two minds whether to continue doing streams or stop doing the streams altogether and just concentrate on just doing recordings. Purely because there's only like Sinky, or not that I don't appreciate the people that do come in, the few people that do pop in on the streams, are very welcome to pop in, and I appreciate the company. But if it's only going to be one or two people turning up to the streams, me and Sinky have been talking about what's going on with YouTube and everything else, and he's like saying to me, well, why don't you try scheduling? The reason I don't try and schedule is because of because I don't want to paint myself into a corner. I kind of do it on a whim, and I know a lot of people don't like that. They like a bit of routine. And in work, when I'm working, I tend to be more routine than not. But when I'm sort of like my own boss, so to speak, on the channel, and I am my own boss on the channel, okay, the only people I need to worry about is you guys and keeping you guys entertained. And I hope I'm still doing that for you guys. Did that fold up? Or not? No, it won't fold up because it's still numpty Kev. Right, let's park that there for the time being. Put the pipe out. Still grain in it. Actually, let's try the little trick which Sinky once suggested, if it'll let me, rather than bring the tractor over here. Let's try and dump it in the actual silo itself. It could be tight though. I might have to, oops, crash bang and wallop, drop this head off somewhere. Actually, I'm going to do that first. Sorry guys. I can hear him. I'm in his way. Go on, mate. Go on. Can't see you, mate. That's it. That was close. Almost crashing into that wall. Let's go and put this header away first. And what beacons on doesn't help. Might be getting rid of this anyway, but it depends on how much money we raise with the canola. I don't think it's going to be that much. I need to get the mix feeder up. For two things I need to really concentrate on this. But anyway, going back to what me and Sinky were saying, the fact that if it's scheduled, you guys know ahead of time. I did have a pipe out what's coming up. But like I say, I don't like getting painted into a corner. And if I suddenly have a problem with the game or whatever, then there's going to be, problematic, because I can't change the scheduling in any way. I don't want to be late to my own parade, so to speak. I still think that's going to be too tight to get around there. This is either going to be, you guys are going to be laughing or crying as I go hurtling into the... Yeah, no, it's too tight, it's not going to go in there. Don't even know why I thought about going down this road. Might fit. It's tight. It does kind of fit. It doesn't look great. It does fit. There we go. It's one trick I learned. Now I can fold this thing up. There we go. But because the, like, you know, the views are dropping and everything else, I'm just gonna, you know, put some more advertising revenue on just to, you know, get a few extra coins in the bank, so to speak. But it's just something that's, you know, and again, I'm not going to blame you guys because it's not your not your fault, but this is something I've noticed recently. Get rid of that. Oh, actually, there's a bit there that's not been done. Oh well, I'll wait. I'm not going to bring that combine back out just to do that odds and sods. I'll get the other combine to come and get it all. I'll leave this guy here then, because this is quite a considerable bit. That's because of, I don't know, must be a collision that goes on. So there's a bit here. But again, it's a case of, you know, I know, like I say, not everyone enjoys watching Farming Simulator, and I know not everyone enjoys watching American Truck Simulator, not everyone enjoys watching Long Dark, or whatever else I'm doing. You know, I'm not expecting any of you guys to like everything I do, but yeah, I've got, you know, it's a big achievement, a big, you know, milestone, and I'm thankful for your guys' support for it as well. You know, it's you guys at the end of the day have been helping me out with the, you know, amount of subs we've got. It's 421 last time I looked. Although it keeps on really badly oscillating or moving up and down between 420 and 415 or 414 or 413, and it's not, I can't really gauge the amount of subs, and it's, you know, it's not, I'm saying I'm not grateful for that. You know, I'm very grateful to all you guys for, you know, sort of mentioning me to your friends and whatever you guys have been doing to help out. You know, it's not going unnoticed. It's just the views, you know, 413 or 420 subscribers, and I'm only getting, what, at best 10 views per upload. It just is, sorry guys, but it just doesn't make sense. I know some of them possibly could be fake accounts that have been opened up, and, you know, unfortunately that's going to happen. There's nothing that I can do to change that. It's mainly up the other end of the field that's the problem. I need to get that other combine in. So I can't start field work on this one yet. This one looks like it's done. but I'm not going to go mad on them adding advertisement. What you're going to find, until the views start picking up again, you'll find an ad break every 15 minutes. So say if I do a half-hour slot, there'd be one in the middle. So one at the beginning, one at the end, one in the middle. I normally only do it, as you guys know, on my live stream archives, I do it every half hour. And some of you guys might be thinking, well, that, like, you know, that's a bit of a sellout. Like I said before, you know, I thought you did it for the love of playing the game. I do. I love playing Farm Simulator. I love playing American Truck Simulator, and I love doing YouTube. Don't get me wrong, I love it. You know, there's some bits of it I don't like the whole rendering side of things, and having to sort of like tie up the computer for at least an hour each and every time I do a video, and then again, same again to upload it. As you guys know, it's always been a bit of a bug with me, but again, that's down to limitations of my computer. If I'd got a better computer, then it wouldn't take so long. You'll need to unfold it first, obviously. And I'm not confessing that I'm the greatest YouTuber out there either. You know, I'm not saying that. I'm just, you know, trying to maximise the potential income that I could get from these videos, and, you know, doing it as I've been doing it until this point, which was literally, I'd only put one normally pre-video ad break in. The cards that you may see pop up, obviously I have no control over them. That's part of what YouTube throws in on it. But even then, with them aside, you know, if I'm only getting like 7 or 8 views per video, I'm only earning like less than a percentage of a penny on any given video. But yet I still do YouTube. A lot of people thinking, well, why bother? I won't even bother, you know, it's not worth your time. But I still do it, you know, and that's why I'm saying I don't just do it for the money. I do it for the love of playing the games. I do it for the love of entertaining you guys, because it's weird, because I had a conversation with a few of my friends about it, and, you know, it's something that's been sort of rattling around in my brain for the last couple of weeks. You know, some of you guys might not see it. I'm beginning to doubt it myself, but I've always told myself I'm entertaining at least someone. Might not be, you know, quality entertainment, but it is still some form of entertainment. But even recently now, I've just like, maybe not. Maybe I'm not entertainment, you know. And then it has a knock-on effect. Like the videos I'm doing recording this video now. Now, I actually recorded this last week. Well, tried to record this last week. That's why I didn't see any sort of uploads last week. But again, that's down to my fault. And like saying, the buck stops with me, so to speak. But the sound wasn't recording. I forgot to demute the mic. So that, after doing half hour whatever worth of work, only to realise that none of it's gone through. Kind of like put me off my stride, and I was so angry with myself mainly for letting that happen, and because I was so angry, I was just not in the mood for doing a recording then, and I was just like, I'm just not in the mood for it now, not in the mood for doing anything. So I just, like a stupid child, just went and sat and sulked in the corner for a little while. I was like, I'm not doing nothing now, that's it. And that would have showed up on the video. And I know I've done some ranting. I did a rant on a live stream a couple weeks back about this very same conversation, actually, in a sense. And that's why I'm sort of saying to you guys, if there's anything which you guys want to see more of, let me know. I'm going to go up to Upperfield and just fold up the header. No, I didn't want to lower it. Okay. As long as that boat doesn't follow me, or actually it shouldn't be a problem. In fact, I can sign that I've attracted to that other field, but I might as well keep going as I'm going. And the reason my little character, my avatar, isn't in the corner there, again, from you regular viewers that do watch, the reason I haven't ditched him, I want to bring him back. It's just, I figured, it could be part and parcel to the reason why I'm getting so many lag spikes, because I'm just asking too much for the old girl to do. So, they're just on the back burner for now until the computer upgrade comes. But again, things are going to be a bit over the place for me at the moment anyway, because I've kind of had a job offer and for a new company, which is I'm going to be hopefully a storesman for an engineering company. So basically what I do is I see goods in, either using the load goods into the stores, i.e. the forklift or by hand or whatever, depending on how big and bulky the item is being brought in, depending on how I need to unload it and bring it in, and just overseeing stock, making sure stock's all in the right locations, etc, 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 from what I can understand. But it's a bit all over the place at the moment to say, because it might be that, or I might be doing sub-assembly, so I might be building stuff. After speaking to the manager, he said to pop in and see him and talk further about it. And see what it's all about. From what I gather, because my brother works there, it's not going to be a walk in the park. It's going to be quite challenging, but again, it's probably going to be a lot easier than what I'm dealing with at the moment, because at the moment it's a case of I just get thrown onto a counter, quite literally, and then abandoned to look after a counter and a set of tills, and try and do 4 people's jobs when when there's at least 4 people doing nothing over in an office somewhere. And that's getting to me, why. And it's just like, and every single time it's like they seem to, rather than give poor old Kev a bit of a break, get him off the counter because he's going nuts on there, it's like they get all the youngsters that aren't so good at running the counter or whatever, and they get to do they get to do a bit of a variety, and they just go, well, you can go and do this and do that, which then they just disappear and then go and hide somewhere and not actually do the job they've been told to do anyway. And then they just say, well, it's alright, because, and they go, and Kev just goes on a desk, goes on a counter. He can look after counter and tills. And I'm like, and they say, make sure you don't leave the counter or tills, because the other person that is with you needs the, support. And then when they go on their break or lunch or whatever, rather than go, right, well, Kev's going to need support on the counter, they just go, well, Kev can manage, so just let us know when you need help. And I was like, well, it shouldn't get to that point. In fact, I'm just going to stop that worker, or might get him to start again. Stop him from now. We do have enough, I think, for... How much grain have we got left? So I'm getting sidetracked here, waffling on as usual. There's still a fair amount, so I'm going to get him to do another 6 runs. Oh, he did follow me. I thought he might have done. He's followed me and he didn't crash. That's unusual. Stop him. Turn the engine off. Oops. I think that's done for this field anyway, so I'm going to unload this. So, don't get me wrong, I don't mind working hard. I like to work hard, but I don't like being treated like a slave, and just expected to do everything, on my own. I don't mind working individually, and I don't mind working as a team player, but it's one of those things that has been getting to me with my current employment. And the fact that now this is month 9, and I haven't been paid right, and it's at least £100 each month I'm losing from my current employer, And they just go, when I go up to management, they just go, well, we'll look into it. And I know it's just an empty promise. And that's another thing that's just getting to me. And it's just like that, everything else that's going on. And it's not a case of the people that actually do the work get recognised. It's a case of, I'll just be chummy-wummy with the management and you get away with doing nothing. Or very little. And because I don't really see eye to eye with my management anyway, for those said reasons, it's a case of, yeah, right, well, if you're not going to help me, I'm not going to help you. Especially as they don't even pay me overtime anyway, or pay me from proper work hours I've worked. After talking to someone else about it today, they said you should contact HR. And I was like, well, yes, I should, but it's not my job. And it says in my payroll that if you've got any payroll queries, you need to talk to your line manager, which I've done for the last 9 months, but not got anywhere. Again, I only wash the vehicles when they need refilling, just to let me know. It's an old editions Die Hard. Notice I've only got one set of headers down. I think still some headers up on the main shop I need to bring down. Means going down to the main shop. I have to go down the main shop and see what I've got down. And I've got this one here. Need to get out of the combine, sorry guys. Use cheat can. The only one thing I don't like about this is the fact that it just breaks. As soon as you release your foot off the accelerator, it just stops on the sixpence. People are going, oh, that's quite good, but it gets a bit annoying because you expect it to roll on a bit longer. So you put your foot on the brake. Right, that's that one. Is this folded up? I suspect so. It is now. Right, this guy or girl, whoever's going to jump in this tractor, can go and start spreading slurry down on that field. We've got 84 grand. And again, it's down to the fact that, you know, not being paid right at work has a knock-on effect with everything on a channel. You know, if I was paid right, then, you know, I've got things started a lot sooner. And sort of like having to support day-to-day bills and everything like that. That's another mitigating factor. But again, I'm rambling on and I'm sorry guys. Like I said, you know, you guys just let me know if you want to see more of something. I will try and implement it into the. I can't promise I will, because I don't like to paint myself into a corner like that. But I do you know me guys, few long-term subs that know me and love me more than myself some days. You know, I do my best by you guys and try and sort of like make it as entertaining as I can for you guys. I know, like I say, it's not always perfect, but I do what I can. In and knowing, and I know some of you subs know that, and I know some of you guys, the guys have been really supportive. You know, like Gaming Kev, he's been really supportive recently. Sinky, he's, you know, he is a legend. You know, he is a legend in his own right. He's been standing behind me quite recently, and he's been helping out on the streams, with the admin side of that and everything else. And he's been like he's like a shoulder to cry on as well, in a sense, or moan to. Not so much cry on, but moan to. And TBF, I still keep in contact with him. I know he's recently been taking a time out, and I don't blame him. You know, he's obviously got his own reasons behind it. He's spending more time with his family. Again, I get that. I haven't seen Wit for a while. But he gave me some ideas. He gave me some good feedback on some. I might have mentioned it once or twice before in the past, but that guy's just stuck. He sort of pointed the way towards a site that I can sort of like get sort of request codes for games that are either in sort of like not even in beta, in development stages and stuff like that. Come on. Really? I'm gonna start it off myself, start driving. Because I've got a feeling this looks like it's already done. Let's just quickly look at that field status. Sorry guys, it's probably dragged on a little bit, so I won't go on much longer. I just thought I'd, you know, get something done today. Growth, fertilised. See, yeah, no, it's already done. Tell you what that's all about. Now it's down to this. Probably here somewhere. As soon as it gets to this pavement bit, it stops. Again, this is probably not the most current version of this map. I need to really kick myself in the butt and see if there's a more updated version. But what I don't want to do is go, right, okay, download it, and then it affects my main game and everything else. If that gets to that point, then I might just think of a new map, one that's freely available off. Oh, this is a bit tough there. Freely available off of the hub. I've seen some nice new maps appearing, so don't panic. I will see. Obviously, that was a wow. Don't know what I've done there. Probably not the ideal curve to go throwing a tractor up. That'd smash the suspension in real life, but hey ho, I'm not a dagger win. Unload this. Unload says me. But the other thing I want to do, no, I don't want to do that. What I want to do is go to there and quickly visit this field down here. I'm thinking of buying this field out and turning it into grass field. I know, nuts, right? But we need we could just use that, because the other field's a bit problematic. I just figured if I get a nice easy field to work on. I wonder how much they want for this field. 207. That's 2 million. He wants 2 million for that field. Yikes. Let's have a look around, see if there's some smaller fields. That field, yeah, it's nice, don't get me wrong, that grass field. There's some couple of grass fields up here. It's just trying to work it with the course play and everything else. It's a bit problematic because it gets snagged up in these trees and everything. Could always convert field 20 into a grass field, because that's the smallest one we've got out of the two. See if that dude's doing alright. This guy can go back. Get rid of that box. But anyway, I've waffled on long enough and it's probably gone well over half hour, and I apologise in advance. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If you did, guys, feel free to like, and please don't forget, like I say, there's anything I can do to improve the gameplay in any way, you know, feel free to leave a comment down below, and or even if you just want to say hello, again, I don't mind you guys saying hello. I'll try and get back to you and say hello back, and whatever. And if I don't answer you, don't take it into an offence. You know, it's not that I don't want to talk to you. It's a case of not knowing what to say at the time, or I'm busy, working or whatever. I'll always mention it some point on one of my episodes. Go and wash this up. Park this over here for wash the facility pressure washer. Empty, says me. But if you did enjoy it, again, guys, feel free to like, and like I said, feel free to comment, and if you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching the episode, again, guys, feel free to share. It helps me out a lot, and I don't mind you guys sharing. And if you're new to my channel and see future episodes of this or anything else I'm working on, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. TTFN.